On Baseball Tonight, Barry Zito makes his 100th career start as the A's visit Arlington. Bobby V shows us what makes this southpaw special. Last Wednesday, they both pitched gems, but neither got the decision. Can Clemens Zambrano, too, live up to the hype? Jeremy Bonderman may have 10 losses. We'll explain why there still may be hope for the Tigers' young ace. We'll pepper Peter Gammons with a variety of topics, like who should take the hill first for the American League in the Midsummer Classic. And we'll announce our Player of the Week. We'll touch them all with the best walk-offs.
Welcome to the big leagues
Of the season on Baseball Tonight, now. Welcome to Baseball Tonight. The College World Series is over. Congratulations to Rice. That means Harold Reynolds will be back to join us shortly. And a little bit later, folks, the 5 guys who played in this World Series will be in the majors within the next 2 years from Peter Gammons. But first, we go out of the box, Major League style. And out of the box was a tough thing to do in the Orioles-Blue Jays game. If your name was Luis Matos. Here he's at the plate. He slips and falls, and he really actually had a legitimate hard time getting out of the box. Later, things didn't get any better for Detroit. Easy pop-up for Davy Cruz. He's not there. Blue Jays with a chance to move a step closer to first in the AL East. Big-time victory. Tigers, Red Sox. Alex Sanchez bunting for a single. Take a look again. Alex Sanchez is out of the box, but nothing was called.
Just can't wait. The ball's coming so slowly.
Yankees and Devil Rays. Victor Zambrano, whoa, threw it through the box behind Alfonso Soriano. Both teams were warned. Your AL East folks got a little tighter tonight. The full highlights of those games in just a sec. A's, Rangers, and here's why you play him. Barry Zito comes in against Texas, 9-0 career. 2-0 this year, an ERA of 0.82 against a guy named Tony Mounts, making his 3rd start. He's 0-1. Let's find out why you play them. Barry Zito, strong. A-Rod in the box. Looked like a foul ball. Buck Showalter comes charging out. Take one more look. Wow, that's a foul. We saw dirt kick up behind home. He would take it up with the second base umpire. Jim Reynolds, 2. It would mean nothing. Still scoreless because Tony Mounts is pitching a gem. Jermaine Dye, bases loaded, buckled him. Chavez, swing and a drive, but Carl Everett in right is there. The Rangers get out of one there. Mounts still shutting down the A's to the 6th. Barry Zito, tight spot. Bases are loaded here. He's never allowed a grand slam in his career in Palmera. You're not going to hit that one out. Only the 4th time Zito's walked in a run in his career. Mark Teixeira. Goodwood to short to Hada. And Zito comes out. He finished 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned. He walked 4, 3 Ks. Top 9, still 1 zip. Loaded for Eric Burns. Another knee buckler. Uge Urbina dialed in to Scott Hatteberg. Oh no, Everett to his right, and he runs out of room. A's blow it open. They score 3 as Uge blows the save. Missed opportunities for both teams in this one, and it ends up with the Oakland A's taking care of the Texas Rangers. 3-1 your final score as the A's managed really the hits and the runs. In their last at bat, Oakland has won 4 straight against the Texas Rangers, and Texas now 20 games below 500. But, Bobby, I mean, you got a chance. You got to take advantage of it, and Texas didn't do that against Zito, did they?
No, when you have a great pitcher like Barry Zito on the mound, you have to take advantage when he gives you one. And in the 6th inning tonight, he threw 31 pitches. He walked 3 guys, leading off the inning with a walk to Mike Young. He was in trouble. This was definitely the time to get him and put him away. Carl Everett comes out with a man on first and bunts the ball in a perfect location. A left-handed pitcher has nothing to do with this ball except for barehanded and try to backhand the ball to first base. Now, he fielded that ball with his right foot forward instead of his left and just continued on through the baseline, he'd get a good accurate throw on it. But after that, there's another walk to load the bases, and now the Rangers have their opportunity. It's bases loaded. There's no outs. You have the fabulous Juan Gonzalez coming up, and it's run scoring time. Wrong. What it was a pop-up, And then the only ball they hit hard happened to be a line drive right at the shortstop that Tejada catches and turns into a double play. They score 1 run in that situation, not enough to beat the A's and Barry Zito.
No, certainly not enough. Certainly enough, though, certainly what he saw in the 9th inning for Buck Showalter to have another conniption. I mean, when does this stop? Does it stop?
Well, not with the pitching they have right now. I mean, they're not going to lose 20 out of 22 in every stretch. But the way that pitching staff is constituted, they really, other than Benoit, they really don't have any young pitchers in the starting rotation who are very good. Colby Lewis has been a huge disappointment. For veterans, Chan-Ho Park has been, who knows where, he's somewhere in Oklahoma. And the club just isn't good enough. The problem is keeping the veteran players occupied and interested. I mean, we all know, there's anyone who doesn't know, they would like to move Rafael Palmeiro. They'd like to move Juan Gonzalez, but he has a no trade and isn't going anywhere. The biggest thing is to build around Teixeira and Blaylock and Young and bring up Lance Nix. And I think they're going to keep Carl Everett and build around him as well. But this is a long, long process. And in that heat, with that pitching, it's going to be a long year.
Real fast.
Tough to just build around offense, no doubt, Peter. They need some pitching.
All right, folks, we'll keep our eyes on L.A. and San Francisco. Giants-Dodgers just underway. Due up on this show, another launch for the Rocket. He and Zambrano get together for their rematch. Is that what's on the minds of Yankee fans or New York baseball fans? Walk-off Warriors. We'll touch them all, folks, with the weekend to remember as fans walk in record numbers. And we'll bring you the best of the defensive plays, the web gems. Freddie Sanchez must figure in those again. Highlights of the Red Sox coming up when we come back.
Baseball Tonight, brought to you by Walmart. Always low prices, always.
Payoff pitch on the way. Call strike 3.
Rolls to his feet in time by a step, and Zambrano has pitched 8 shutout innings. Another close call. 7 1/3 this time before Marlon Anderson adds his name to that list of guys who have broken up a Clemens potential.
Wants to get done. I think it's going to be another uniform, hopefully for him and the fans before long.
And I heard you on the radio, on ESPN Radio, Peter, say his trade value is a little bit down. That being said, let's use Benitez as sort of a jumping off point for closers. 3 that you really trust and 3 that maybe you don't trust. 3 up, 3 down.
Well, this is 3 guys in the postseason. You can't talk about Eric Gagne pitching in the postseason because he hasn't been there. Guys I trust, well, I think it's pretty. I mean, these are pretty obvious. You know, when you start talking about Mariano Rivera is one of the greatest relievers of all time, and of course he's had a lot of postseason experience. The one time he lost a save against Arizona, he broke 3 bats in the process. I don't call that failure.
He's fabulous.
Yeah, he is fabulous. John Smoltz, I mean, he's been great as a starter in the postseason. There's no reason he isn't going to be great as a closer in the postseason. He's the guy that always wants to drive the car.
I'll take him.
Never afraid to be there. And this guy last year showed exactly what he is. He is a warrior, great money pitcher. He and Armando are in the 2 of the top 3 in one-run saves over the last 4 years, I might add. Now, this is just a confidence factor. Armando, 7 for 14 in save opportunities in the postseason. Of course, that goes back to Baltimore, the hanging, breaking ball to Marquis Grissom, the home run by Tony Fernandez.
And the ball that was caught by the kid hanging over.
Absolutely. That was one of them, too.
Jeffrey Mayer.
And Jose Mesa, you know, in Cleveland, had his problems. Of course, Omar Vizquel did detail on the board. And Billy Cox had a little bit of an implosion last year. He can get out of sync at times. And, you know, it just doesn't mean that all of them aren't very good closers. You have to be good closers to get your team to the postseason. But they're the guys you might have a little less confidence
Yes
in.
or no? You trust Benitez in a big spot?
Well, I would, but it hasn't happened. See what happens in the future.
All right, let's get an update, folks, because there are games still going on, some just underway. And this one now, moving along, Rockies and the Padres in the first inning. Bases are loaded, and Chris Stein steps right into one.